Hello friends, this is Sheetal and you're watching Learning with Sheetal. Friends, in previous video we discussed binary search algorithm working principle. In this video we are going to continue the same topic. But in this video I am going to tell you the one very important stopping condition of binary search. So please watch this video till the end. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel if you are new to this channel, and please press like button if you like my videos. So friends, let's get started. What we have seen in last video, we have seen that binary searching algorithm, how it works. It divides your searching space into two different parts, or we can say it divides your array into two different sub-arrays. And one more important precondition for binary search is your array should be sorted, or we can say your data structure should be sorted. Then and then you can apply binary searching algorithm on that array, isn't it? So how it works, it divides the array into two parts by using one variable with formula. We are going to see it again with another example. See, I have taken one array here. This array is sorted already, isn't it? And in previous video we have seen that three cases. First is a of mid equals to key, return index, that is mid value, if a of mid is less than key, and then if that condition is true, then we are going to use this formula and we are going to assign that value to the LB. Then if a of mid is greater than key, then we are going to update the value of UB. Okay. Now see here, what we are going to see in this video means what is the difference between that video and this video. Actually in that video what we have seen, the element was present in the array, isn't it? Means when match occurs, binary search algorithm will return the index of that element, isn't it? In this algorithm we are going to see the example in which our element or search key element is not present in the array. So where to stop? Where the binary search algorithm will stop searching, that we are going to see, isn't it? Now see here, name of the array is A. I have taken only 4 elements here. This is LB. LB, that is lower bound, which we have already discussed in previous video. UB, that is upper bound. LB means initial index value and UB means last or final index value. Here the number of elements n equals to 4. So our UB equals to n minus 1, that is 3. Okay. Now see what we do in binary searching. We calculate the value of mid. Firstly, we'll see our key element. What is our key element? I'll assign some value like 62. Now this is your search key, which is you want to find in your array. Okay, this is your searching space. Name of the searching space is, means name of the array is A. Here the lower bound value is 0, upper bound value is 3. Your searching key element is 62. Now what we will do, we will divide our array into two parts by using one formula. Mid equals to floor function LB. This is your floor function LB plus UB divided by 2. Okay. What is the value of LB here? 0. What is the value of UB here? 3 divided by 2 flooring function. So what is the value? 1.5. Okay. And floor function, what it returns? It returns in lowest value, that is 1. So value of mid is what? Mid equals to 1. Okay. Now see, your mid will be here. So what is the value of mid here? 1, not 32. Okay. 32 is present at one location. Okay. Now see what happened here. We have divided this array into two parts. This is first sub array and the second sub array is this one. This is your second sub array. Okay. That mid value have divided your searching space into two parts. This is your first part and this is your second part. Okay. Now see what we will do. We'll compare the value which is present at index 1 with 62, or with, we can say, key element. So how to access the mid value? Name of the array in square bracket mid equals to A of Mid value is 1, A of 1. What is A of 1 here? 32. Now compare our key element with this element, mid value. Okay, so 62 is greater than 32, isn't it? Means 62 should be present and on right half, isn't it? Or we can say in right sub array, means in this array. Okay, so we'll just ignore this part and we'll only consider only this array now. Okay, this is our new sub array or new searching space now. Okay, now see in second part, this is our condition. Okay, so this condition matches with this one. If A of mid is less than key, if A of mid is less than key, then what we will do, we will update our lower bound. So lower bound equals to mid plus 1. What is the value of mid here? 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Okay, and our upper bound we know this is 3. Okay, so again what we are going to do, we are going to divide this searching space or this array into two parts again by using formula. Mid equals to lower bound plus upper bound. What is the value of lower bound? 2. What is the value of upper bound? 3. Divide by 2. Now 5 by 2. So what is the value? 2.5. Floor function we are applying, therefore it will give lowest value, that is 2. Okay, now the value of mid is 2. Value of mid is 2. Now compare A of mid with our search key element. So A of mid equals to A of 2. What is A of 2 here? Now see, our mid value is here. A of mid is now pointing to 2. This was our previous one. Now A of mid is, or we can say mid is pointing to 2, and this is our lower bound also. Lower bound and mid are pointing to 2 and upper bound is 3. Okay, A of mid equals to A of 2 and A of 2 is what? 60. Compare that 60 with our key element, searching element. Okay, 62. 62 is greater than 60. Again this condition means again we have to update our lower bound. Okay, so lower bound equals to mid plus 1. Our value of mid is what here? 2. That is 2 plus 1 equals to what? 3. Okay, so again we have to calculate, same procedure we have to follow. We have to update LB or UB, whatever we want to update, we need to update, and then again calculate the value of mid. So we are going to calculate the value of mid. Lower bound is 3 plus upper bound, again see here, I'll show you. This is 2 and this is 3. Okay, this was our mid first. Then according to this condition, now we are going to again calculate the value of mid. Our lower bound is 3. So this is our lower bound. Okay, again our upper bound is also 3. We are going to divide it. We'll get the answer 3, isn't it? Means our mid value is also the same. Okay, so your lower bound, your mid and your upper bound pointing to the same value. Okay, that is to the 3. Again we will compare A of mid, that is A of 3. What is A of 3 here? 82. Compare our key element 62 with 82. Here 82 is greater than 62. Okay, so see that condition. Okay, I'll just erase this. This condition is true now. We have to update our UB. So here UB equals to mid minus 1. What is the value of mid here? 3. Which implies 3 minus 1, that is 2. And our LB was 3. Okay, so value of LB is what here? 3. Now see, here you can see that element is not present in the array. Okay, and the last condition there was a single element, and after that when we have updated this, see here LB's value is 3 and UB value is 2, means your LB, that is your initial value, crossing your UB. Okay, LB has greater than UB. Okay, so that condition is the stopping condition, because you can see here there is no element to compare. We have already compared with 60, 82 and 32. Okay, so there is no element to compare now. Okay, so this is the stopping condition. When your LB, that is your lower bound, crosses the upper bound, then and then you have to stop there. Means your binary search algorithm will stop there, stop searching, and it will return or it will print the element is not present in your array. Okay, so from that can we say in each condition, means whatever we have done before, in each step the lower bound was less than upper bound. Okay, means each and every time when we are going to write the C program, that time you have to put that condition in your program that lower bound is less than or equals to upper bound. That condition should be always true. When that condition get false, that time your binary search algorithm will return or will print that element is not present in the array. So this is all about binary searching algorithm, and this is that condition that lower bound, if it is greater than upper bound, then binary search algorithm will stop searching. Okay friends, so this is all about binary searching algorithm. This is part 2 and the part 1 was in previous video. I hope you understood this topic. In the next video I am going to write the binary search C program, so please watch the next video also, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.